let's make a bounty hunter ship, shall we? And here it is, our little creation. Just a quick little design. I've been daydreaming about making some sort of bounty hunter-like ship. And what I mean by like a bounty hunter ship is kind of like some sort of small freighter. Either like, you know, Boba Fett's Slave One, or I know Han Solo is a smuggler, but you know, he has like some sort of freighter, so you can walk around, live, and explore the ship, rather it just being just, you know, one cockpit or like an entrance in and that's it. So what I tried to do is make it as kind of maneuverable. Like this style of bounty hunter ship is more of like, you know, clearly this bounty hunter isn't a pilot, so he doesn't need the fastest or most maneuverable ship, but it's got all the weapons it needs to kind of get out of situations, or at least get him into ships and land. So he's got just simply up here a Vulcan turret to shoot down missiles, oncoming missiles from larger ships. He's also got a missile turret to attack larger ships. If he's trying to flee away, the turret can turn around and start shooting at it just to give it a little bit of damage. This ship has 2 battery cannons on the side. I was gonna go with missile launchers or like reloadable pods, but in order to connect it up, I needed like a large cargo or a medium cargo container, and it was just gonna be too bulky. So I think this worked well. It kind of keeps nice, clean, tucked in. It looks great with this kind of plated design. It's a bulky freighter, but it clearly looks like it's been plated up and modified throughout its time. And it's got these dual machine guns, but on, as you can tell, you can't really tell, but one of these is a mod block and the other one is just the vanilla one. So it's got the normal vanilla Gatling turrets for more accurate shots, and then the one above it is the Vulcan turret, which gives this ship a faster fire rate, but it has a larger spread, so it will shoot faster, but like the Vulcan modded gun, it's not accurate. So it's more for like if a fighter's really close or he's right on the tail of a fighter, you just switch to the Vulcans and just obliterate it. I was going to show this in action, but obviously you'll see the ship in later videos. And thank God for this new updated mod, or sorry, not mod, this new update with these awesome looking pads, these landing gear pads. They're absolutely amazing. So now you can kind of clearly make whatever style looking landing gears you want. I was going to have something that retracts and folds down, but instead I just wanted to go with these little pegs, you know, just simple. And it really doesn't take away from the design. Like, even though they don't retract, it just kind of looks like, you know, archways on the bottom of the ship, and that's totally fine. It's very secure, so when it does lock onto something, it's not going to shake around. So I like that. It also has these awesome foldable doors, and I have these also new updated blocks on the side just to kind of hide. There's a large shield generator here, and then you can walk up inside, and it's perfectly flush with the landing gear. So as long as you land on something flat, you can walk in. You can come in here. The air does suck out, but that's fine. You can close this, and then it will repressurize, and now you have air. Now you can't open this door without having air escape. I tried making it airtight in the engine room, but I just didn't worry about it. So you can kind of get at components and repair them. It's mostly the hydrogen tanks, and I think you can get to the reactor behind and some of the gyroscopes. So if you do need to do emergency repairs, you can run to the back of your ship and do those repairs. Now we get into the midsection. So this is kind of where, you know, the bounty hunter would have his living quarters. It's very, very basic. Obviously down the line, I think I should make something bigger, a little more cooler. I was thinking of making a kind of a freighter ship that's like not symmetrical. I think it's called asymmetrical. So it's got, like, you know, the corridor on like the one side, a hallway going across, and then a cockpit. There's a ship, there's a Corellian ship in Star Wars that a bounty hunter or smuggler uses, and I want to make that. Forget what his name is. You probably know what I'm talking about, maybe not. Anyways, it's a really cool ship. I want to make it, and let me know if you're interested in seeing it. So you can come straight down the hallway to the cockpit, and you have these 2 lovely seats here. I haven't changed the LCDs or anything because kind of on a time crunch, but that's fine. I'll change those later. But you could put whatever you want, you know, vitals of the ship, the hydrogen use, oxygen, atmosphere, artificial gravity, all of that on here. And only this seat. So the left seat, if you're Canadian, American, or any other country that drives on the left side, that's kind of what I'm resembling right now. But you could simply switch it over if you're more, you know, the right seat driver. I believe it's mostly in Europe, that's how they drive. You guys can correct me in the comments down below. So we can close that if you need to, you know, protect yourself in the cab. If we come to the left, this is the kind of like the cryo room or like your personal quarters. So you would just come in here and fall asleep. You've got a little desk here, and this would be, I don't know, some sort of holding chamber for, you know, different items. Maybe something cool. Maybe it'd like float in here. And then you've got little shelving over there, and it's the exact same on the other side, but we have weapon racking and then little personal cargo containers on the bottom. So these aren't hooked up, but you can keep, you know, so you could get rare resources and then hide them within your ship. So people would have to come onto the inside of your ship to get to these cargo containers, rather than just kind of breaking a cargo container and then accessing it through the outside. And then obviously the weapon rack for all your bounty hunter weapons. So all your cool gadgets and everything would go in here. Now you can see we have one of our Chonk submission frigates over here. It's a vanilla ship, and it works really well. And I like this ship because I can paste it in any world no matter what. It's got no extra mods needed. And if you saw my last Chonk submission video, go check it out if you haven't. This ship is really cool. It's got some really cool features, but it also has these nice landing pads that make it very easy for larger freighters, such as this bounty hunter ship. It could land and easily trade. Oh, we gotta bring in our door there. But once we bring it in, we can fly around the ship. But yeah, it has these nice landing pads that you can easily land on and get out, trade cargo, or maybe even have to board this ship. It would be very easy for this ship to board it. And in terms of weapons, I just want to quickly show you the weapons and what it has. So it's got its vanilla weapons, which are these Gatling turrets. Do some damage there. Then it has the Vulcan turrets, which are these nice miniguns. Again, you can kind of see how they start to spread out quite a bit when you get farther away. So it's not very accurate, but does deal a lot of damage. And then we have our MK batteries, which do a hell of a lot of damage to large ships, and they're very far out on the wing, so you would not use this against any fighter. You clearly have to do large ship attacks because the arc is so wide. And then we also have our turrets, but you can assume what they do. You know, one shoots missiles, one shoots Gatling turrets, and they're modded. As you can see, they don't have that very large, obnoxious base on the bottom, so I think that works pretty well. And in terms of maneuverability, as you can tell, this ship is not maneuverable. It kind of just uses its huge hydrogen thrust to kind of get it out of situations. You know, you fly to areas, and it is, and it should be atmospheric ready. You may think that it only has 6 hydrogen thrusters pointing down. That might not be enough. But if you press 9, you can see these lime green thrusters kind of come up, and that just puts a lot of thrust downwards. So when you get to a planet, you have a lot of hydrogen thrust pointing downwards. So you can theoretically hover on any planet. I will test it later to verify that, but that's kind of my thought process. And then if you run out of hydrogen thrusters entirely, that is totally fine, because if we turn all of the hydrogen thrusters off, we have maneuvering thrusters, which are just ion thrusters. Obviously, you're not going to fly and fight with them. As you can see, I'm barely moving. But if you had to, you know, save hydrogen thrusters and just kind of like accelerate to get into a hangar or land on a large ship, you can do that with these thrusters. Again, moving so slowly, obnoxiously slowly, because this ship is very heavy. But again, it's a freighter, not meant for space combat. But yeah, so that's my version of my large, small ship, freighter, bounty hunter ship. And I think it looks really cool. I hope you guys all think it's also really cool. Oh, hello, Morgan. Hi, come here, come. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this one, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Come here, come here. Oh, big girl. She is getting huge. Look at her. Are you a big girl? Yes. That's all we have for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next. And as always, stay healthy, stay thick, stay cute like our goddess of death, Morrigan. But most importantly, stay chonk. Your Lord himself and Morrigan out. You're a good girl. Whoa, you're slipping!